bathroom remodel right now, which I've done the medicine cabinets, new lights, vanity, all this good stuff. So what I've done so far is it comes in a kit, and you have your top track, bottom track, and your wall jamb mount, so your side tracks. So what I've done is I cut the bottom track, and you measure it. Make sure you measure twice. Then I cut minus a 1/4 inch. So mine was actually 55 3/4. So you cut it, you center it, tape it. Make sure to mark it after you do so. Then on these side walls, you attach it over the bottom track and make sure it's flush on the bottom and the side. You may have to actually cut the track around it if you have a round wall jamb right there. So then you just set them up there. Take a level, like so. Make sure you're plumb, and then tape it off. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead, mark your holes. And then we'll take the tracks off and drill it. Put wall anchors in. That comes in the pack. Okay, I marked my holes, as you can see, right there. It was actually a little difficult to get a pencil in there, so what I did was got me one of these guys and just pop the lead way out. So the next thing we're gonna do, see, I've taken this one off, and I gotta take this one off. Drill the holes and put the anchors in. I have my holes drilled, but it was pretty difficult. I ended up getting my hammer drill from the house. I would suggest getting a plug-in hammer drill. So after you get them drilled out, like I said in the packet of stuff that we have here, it's all marked in the kit. We're gonna take, there we go, our anchors, just like this. Put it right in the hole, like that. Maybe a little tap with a hammer. And there we go. Next up, it calls for taking the frame back down, running a bead of caulk, or sealant actually is what I'm going to use. A silicone is what it calls for. I got this stuff here. Here's my instructions. And here, it calls for a bead on the bottom, and then we're going to tape it back up. So the next step is we're going to remove the chair. We're going to remove this and do a bead of silicone. Have our bottom track off. Flip it over. And then a bead of silicone right in that groove there. Now we're going to reinstall it back on the bottom track, and I marked my lines where it was. We have our track back down after we ran the bead of silicone. I weighted it a little bit just because mine was really bouncing around. I wanted that silicone to hit the marble down there. I'm not sure if that's a necessity. So next up, you put your track back up and you screw it in to your anchors that we drilled. On the top and bottom screw, they have these door bumpers that they give you. And then afterwards, screw caps that just pop on the screws. Let's see. So like I said, you know, there you go. Top and bottom gets a bumper and a screw cap. So just the middle one itself, probably the screw cap, probably just, there we go, just pops on there like that. All right. Okay, so after you get it screwed in, both sides, bumper, top and bottom, what we're gonna do, if you measure your top and you cut your top bar, measure twice, then do a cut. I've been cutting on a chop saw with the metal blade. The instructions call for a hacksaw, which I could see that really being a pain in the butt. But, so there you go. There is the frame. Okay, and next up it's calling for us to start messing with the glass doors. So here's a door. Let me get away from it so you can see. There we go. And it's calling for, it's got these holes in the top to hold the door. We're gonna put our door hangers on. Alright, so here's the hanger brackets on. There you go. So how it goes is you slide the spacer on and you slide the hanger bracket on. Okay. Barrel nut and a screw. And of course, they're flatheads because they want you to have every kind of screwdriver for this installation. So then you just go ahead and screw that in, and then we're gonna get to our rollers. Okay, now we have our hanger brackets on. We're gonna move on to the rollers. If drilling the holes in the side arms hurt your back as bad as it did mine, I would suggest ingest some medical cannabis. Okay, so it's roller time. The rollers come with 2 screws. Let's see. Sorry about my finger in the shot there. Alright. So, rollers. And there's your screws. So, these doors here, they'll have a label on one side and a coating label on the other. On your inside shower door, the one closest to the shower head, you're going to roll your rollers on the opposite side of the warning label. Warning label. And then there goes your rollers, just like this. When you do it, start off by putting it in the inside track of the hanger bracket. I'm going to show you why. Okay, so the inside door, let me see if I can get up in here. The inside door, here we go. We're looking up the inside door is going to mount this way with the wheel. The outside door is going to mount that way. So on the outside door, make sure it's the opposite. We're going to put the rollers on the side with the warning label. All right, I'm going to tighten these up and try to hang my first door. Okay, so we tightened it up and voila, hung the first door. Again, now maybe this will, you can see the wheel is in the roller on the track that way. That's why we wanted to keep the labels like I was saying, so you have your coating where the water's hitting. All right, there we go, both doors in. So on the instructions, for some reason it said to put the inside door in first, which I did, and then to get this outside door on, it's very difficult. So I would suggest doing the outside door first. The knobs just screw in. But yeah, so then at the very end, it's got a little center track piece that you just haven't even screwed it on yet. Just goes on right in the middle, and it has self-tapping screws for it. After you do that, run some more silicone all across the bottom, the sides, all that. On the exterior, I'm going to use a nice white caulk instead of silicone. You could probably do both. That'll also hide some of these imperfections in the cuts. All right, well that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, I almost forgot. I would definitely like to thank the weight that did the weight.
The weight that did the weight.
The chair that I sat on while I drilled the hole. The hole with the hammer drill. That probably took about 7 minutes apiece. All right, shower doors.